Hello everyone, my name is Enrique Saez and welcome to this channel. Death is a matter of vital importance. That's the name of the channel, but this name is not mine. It comes from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. All you, I imagine you know who she is, because Kubler-Ross was a very important person in the field of the death and the care of the people who are dying. But she has she was right when she said that is a matter of vital importance, because not only who is dying, not only for who is dying that is a matter of vital importance, but for all us that is a matter of vital importance. For example, we can feel, or we can thought that children are not concerned about death, but it's not true. Children are also concerned by these matters and of these subjects, or maybe young people, or maybe I don't know, children above 2 years or 3 years. For all of us, when a child see, and for example, a cat who is died in the road, or a bird, the child, the first thing that he said, "What is die?" Is the first thing that she or he said. This channel is scheduled for all the people, because we are symmetric. All people are symmetric in the field of the death. All people, because it's a concern of all of us. But maybe some subjects or some shows maybe are more pointing to professional care people, but it's not don't worry, if it's open to all of us. Why we need to make a show about death? Well, first of all of us are going to die sooner or later, but death is always a reality, and some people think, well, when death arrives, I concerned about death, but maybe I'm not concerned about death, but I'm aware about death. This is the distinction. All of us have attitudes about death. For example, some people have fear of death. Some people are denial of death, or obsessive about death, or phobic about death. Sometimes are people who are depressed about thinking about death. When we talk about fear of death, for example, we can find different attitudes. For example, maybe you are not worried about your own death, but you're worried about the death of your relatives, or the people who you love, or who you are near. And maybe you have, for example, imagine your daughter or your son is dying. Maybe you are not worried about she or he is near to death, because there is a lot of suffering in this process in your case, for example, but you are very concerned about the suffering he or she is through it. Fear of death has multiple phases, has multiple different ways to express. And we think, and this is the main purpose of this channel, we think that how you live echoes in how you die. This is also it's not idea that I have created. It's also an idea from Kubler-Ross. But it's true, because imagine you never cry because you are, I don't know, your education, your culture, your background, your personality, your trait, you never cry. But when someone who you loves died, maybe you need to cry, but you don't feel good crying. When you don't cry in your personal life, in front of your child or in front of people who you are a model for these people learn that the cry is not a good it's not a good way to coping with feelings. And this is what you are teaching others, when the reality is that express your emotions, maybe through crying, maybe through laughing, maybe through showing your sadness or showing your feelings, is the natural way to behave. And this is maybe what you need to transmit others, for who you are a model. Maybe we have, some people have fear of death because don't see death as a natural stuff that can occur, and not only can occur, that will occur to all of us. Death is natural, and it's important because imagine that, for example, 125 years ago, no one died. Then people, 1,000 million years ago, no one died, and it's the era of the dinosaurs. And imagine that the dinosaurs didn't die. All the animals in this period, no one of them died. You and me would be here today, because it's not place, it's not room for all of us. It's possible life is death exists. Death is important, death is mandatory, death is necessary, and then death is natural. No one, until today, no one is free to death. Imagine someone who you love, or someone who you follow, or someone 100 years ago, maybe Shakespeare, maybe Beethoven, maybe, I don't know, Van Gogh, all of this are died. Why you and me don't have the same final? Why don't? That is natural, and this is the way we have to cope with death, because in other way we are suffering, and we don't need to suffer for what is natural. Some people don't don't beer. I don't know if beer is a good word, but some people don't are unable to cope with aging, for example. But aging is natural also. We need to accept aging as a part of our life, and we have standards of beauty, of course, but aging is another way to live the life, and death is maybe another way to live our last days. And I think this is for what study death. Be aware of we are in this way, and try to live our life the best way possible, and the best and more healthy way possible. See you in the next. Bye bye.